Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my Factorio Beginner's Guide. My name's Root Negative and let's get cracking. Today we're going to work on the first stepping stones into building a proper site setup. This has really served our purpose up till now, but we need to get something a little bit more robust, a little bit more automated. So we're going to come now and pick all of this up. So we need to change it. We need to place a proper one down. So let's head up to the smelter that we've got built. We'll begin to make the changes. So what we've got is, we've got some smelting up and running now. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to build a little bit of just basic automation. So there's two things that you want automated basically straight off the bat, and that's inserters and transport belt. So we're going to build the inserter automation right now, just so that it's done and we've got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move everything around right now so that it's done, it's out of the way, we don't have to think about it anymore. Because this is the beginning of our factory, okay? Now our factory is going to run in a straight line, straight up the screen, okay? Straight line, straight up the screen. It's not going to have any curves in it. That's very, very important. Now, what I would like is I would like to have 4 lanes. Okay? I'm going to have 4 lanes of iron. Now the reason for this is that I want my factory to scale later on. Okay, don't worry about how this looks, it's just there for the moment. And 4 lanes of copper. So later what's going to happen is I'm going to upgrade my furnace capacity so that I can actually supply this much. For the moment, I'm just penciling it in, saying this is what we're going to have, okay? So we're going to have two lanes of 4 each, and it's going to run to the north. As I said in the previous episode, rocks are the true enemy, make sure you kill them. Now then, we've got that beginning right there. So that's kind of the start of what is called the main bus, okay? Mine will actually be more of a production bus, which is a little bit more advanced than a main bus. Because generally main bus means have lots of shit on it, whereas a production bus is much more concentrated. It's a lot more focused. It's a lot more effective as well. This factory will outstrip pretty much anything. And you'll find that if you have 4 lanes of copper and 4 lanes of iron, and you can supply those 4 lanes, you'll be in a good spot. Okay, so the idea here is that as the factory expands, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to add another lane of iron here, another lane of iron, another lane of iron, another lane of iron, so that we have this furnace array. And then in this direction, we'll add more copper if we need it. So go here and here, so that we've got, yeah, an array. So what we'll do though is we're just going to build some rough stuff over here, just to get us going, just to begin us. Now what I'm going to do is going to grab this, I'm going to go this like this, I'm just going to split off a little bit of materials. And while I'm in this heavy building phase, I'm going to add the assemblers to my hopper. Here, Wilson. This is the 3rd time I've built this, so, you know, it should be getting fairly familiar. Right, so power, nice. Now we also want inserters. Now inserters are a little bit more complicated, but not terribly. So what this is going to do is to build an inserter, we need a lot more stuff, so I think that just building electronic circuits to begin with is all that we need to do. So it's going to do copper cable, and this is going to do our circuits. Copper cable, there it is. So when we look here on intermediate, we can see that an electronic circuit takes copper cable and iron plate. We look over here, we see copper cable takes copper plate. So that's just memory. Don't worry if you don't remember it yet. You will in time. And a box. Okay, power. Power. This is just to get me some supplies, so that I don't have to craft them all the time. We're going to limit this to one chest. So we've got that up and running. That's very nice. And we've also got our belt up and running again. Okie dokie. Excellent. The next step will be to build our science center. We'll start to build our science center. Now, the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to automate red science. Okay, our little crummy one setup was good, but it's not good enough. Now, what we're going to need is we're going to need 5 assembly machines. Why 5? Good question. When you have a look at this, okay, you can see that a science pack takes 5 seconds to make, and a green science pack takes 6 seconds to make. So if we want 1 science pack per second, we need 5 inserters, 5 assemblers. And to keep everything balanced, that's how we're going to work it. So we're going to come up here a little bit. We're going to go, okay, so we want our 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are all going to make red science. It's going to be awesome. It'll be very exciting. Okay, because these are going to make red science. When we look at red science, we notice that we need a gear wheel as well. So we're going to need an assembler to build the gear wheels for us. We'll do that real quick. And we'll place that here. Now this gear wheel assembly is going to require iron plate. What we're going to do is we're actually going to bring it in on this side. Now this is where building it backwards works. You notice that I've given myself some room. I know that I'm going to need to bring some things in. So we're going to need to bring our iron in here. Right? We can do that. Now in the break, I'm actually going to fix how all of this looks. I'm going to actually put in what's called a belt balancer in the main bus. But for the moment, this is just what I'm going to do to just start things going. Okay, so we've got that. That's brilliant. Now this is where I'm going to bring the red science out. So we're going to need inserters coming off there. Now we've got our gear wheels. What we're going to do is we're going to place them on a belt here. And the other thing that we need is copper. Okay, so if we need copper, we need to bring that in as well. Now, when you're dealing with a production bus, make sure you keep extending it out, because otherwise you'll cap yourself. As in, you will just build over the top of it. And you never ever want to stop the main bus, okay? You never want to build something over it. You want to keep it going and build things off to either side. Okay. So I know that I need to come here with my copper. Now, as I said before, when it comes to lining things up, building it backwards is the grail. So we've got a fairly nice setup going. Let's just have a look at the power situation right now. Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to integrate power into our what we're building, so that it's all sorted. and it's all going to look really pretty for us. Also need lights. And then I'm going to bring the power in. That's unfortunate. Okay. Red science. Now, I've done this wrong. So check this out, right? As I said, inserters put things on the far side of the belt. I brought the copper in on the far side of the belt. So I have done it incorrectly, basically. And all we need to do is just to amend it slightly. It'll be fine. A slight amendment and it'll be okay. And don't be afraid to go back and fix things. Like, don't be like, oh, I just need to make it work. No, make it work properly. I think I used to do a series, right, where I would fix people's factories. Oh, oops, I've done goofed again. I would fix people's factories, and one of the things that I found was the most common was that people would get themselves into a problem. It wasn't necessarily anything wrong that they'd done, but you know, they would just create problems for themselves. So you see that I've straightened everything out and now it looks really pretty. Happy days. I'll just go back and grab some more things. Is this limited? It is. Good. You just want to keep checking those things because you'll miss things. You will miss things all the time. And that's just how it is in this game. So we want to make red science packs, okay? So this is going to be the outflow belt. We're going to put inserters down so that it comes out of the inserter, out of the assembler. And we're going to need things to pick it up. Okay. So the goal here is that this science center will research as quickly as we want it to. Like, we're never going to be like, oh, I wish that research would be quicker. It's going to be fast enough. You know, it's just going to plod along, it's going to do its thing, and it's going to be awesome. So there we go. So that is the beginnings of our science center. Pretty exciting, really. Because I'm pretty happy with how this factory is looking. It's not the best factory I've ever built, but it's nice. It's nice. It's not. It's going to be good. Like, it's going to be very, very solid. It's going to be able to produce quite a large number of resources. I think one of the keys of Factorio is making your factory so that you never have downtime, so that you're always doing something. Now the next step is to build labs. Now to build labs we need a lot of stuff. So we'll just grab some more belt, grab some more electronic circuits. What are we missing? Oh, we're missing iron. Because we're missing iron, actually what I might do is I might just do a little bit of inventory management real quick. Fuel. Well, get rid of all of the fuel now. I'm not really required to fuel anything anymore. Which is good. So to build labs we need iron. So when you've got your main bus set up, what you can do is you can just press F and it will actually pick up everything that's on the ground. If you happen to be on a belt, it'll pick up everything on the belt. Cool. So what we want is 10 labs. So we've got 1 to begin with. We'll go 5, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Done. And these labs we're going to place out here. So we want to give ourselves a little bit of space about here. Yes, wonderful. And what happens is that brings it up every time you place your first lab. Now obviously we've placed a lab and picked it up again. But never mind. Now something we need to know about science is that eventually, okay, for the higher grade researchers, there are 4 different science packs, okay? So there's red, green, blue, and purple. So we are going to want 4 lanes, okay? So 2 belts, 2 lanes each, 4 lanes. So I'm going to put in a belt here, just to say we need to bring something in here. We need to do something here. And green science is going to go on the bottom of this belt. That's the plan. Now we'll build our labs. We'll go similar kind of looking build. So go 2 space, 2 space, 2 space. And we need one more lab on the end here. Excellent. Now all we need to do now is just say, right, pick it up, bring it in, pick it up, bring it in, pick it up, bring it in. We want another couple of inserters. We want the belt to run all the way down here. So we've got too many. That's 7. We don't need 7, we only need 5. I'll pick all those up. 5. Good. We've got another one. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. I love the feeling of making progress. And that's something nice about Factorio. You know, less than an hour ago, there was nothing in this world. And all of a sudden, you know, there's the beginnings of a really, really good factory. We need... Oh, we've already got 5. How good is that? What we're going to do is just throw these down. And we're going to put in the power. Put in some lights. Oh, come on. And hook it up. Oh dear me, that was that sneeze from a couple of episodes ago. It finally arrived. Okay, so we've got our science centre up and running, and it's looking really, really nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to start some more research. We're going to start up the research again. First thing we're going to do is we're going to research stone walls. Now you watch this. Now you may remember how long it took us to research that first 10. There you go. That's another 10 done. As I was saying, we want it. You know, we want things to be decent. So the next thing we're going to research is steel processing. Actually, no, we're going to research armor crafting, because that's another quickie. We're also going to throw all of our science packs into the science center. So we've got armor crafting, and we're going to talk about that. Next thing, steel processing. This is very fast now, obviously. Armor. We can build armor for ourselves. We're going to build one. And that just gives us a little bit more survivability against the aliens. Armor crafting too, let's do it. This will take a little bit more time. Now something else I'm going to build is I'm going to build a shotgun and a couple of shotgun shells. Because the shotgun is an excellent weapon. Excellent. It'll be good in the future. Okay, so we've got our science center up and running. It's looking really, really good. And it's 18 minutes into the video. So let's just have a quick look over the factory, make sure everything's running smoothly. We'll probably need to check our power situation as well, because I dare say there's a power shortage coming up very shortly. And you will have power shortages, okay? It's going to happen. You'll just need to expand your power station. You'll have to add another bank. So let's come over and have a look. Oh, you go. So you can see that we're using around about half the capacity. A little bit over half. Okay. The capacity of this build is actually 5 megawatts. We know that because it's an old established build. 14 boilers to 10 will take these to 100% capacity. Any other ratio is a little bit off. You can get away with 13 boilers if you want to. It's 99% efficient. 14 just takes it to 100. So I'll get 5 megawatts out of this. And right now we're using about 3 megawatts. So it is in our future, it is in our near future that we are going to have to upgrade that. Copper's running smoothly. I'm just checking the belts right now. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is the next thing I'm going to research. You can see that I'm starting to run out of actually red science only research items. The next thing I'm going to research is the smart inserter, and that's something that we'll probably talk about in a later episode. We'll just get it done now. Right now I'm checking the belts though, just making sure that everything is backed up. Okay, it's all... Yep, everything's got enough mining capacity. See, iron's good. Copper's a little bit short. but it will back up because there's not really that much that will use copper. And for the last thing in this episode, I'm going to pick up my my makeshift copper supplies, and that will do us for today. So thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode as we continue to build this awesome factory. Throw that stone in there.